Welcome back to the Wisdom Way. This is where we receive questions, or I do, and then I pose them to Roslyn to give us a realm theory perspective into the question or the area that's been posed. Now, the question we've got this week, which a lady posed to us through LinkedIn, is from a realm theory perspective, can you talk through what are the dynamics of a healthy family?
Yes, certainly can. So with realm theory, we've talked about it, it having a nature, a relationship and a connection. One of the other aspects to realm theory is the dynamics between people and things. And I suppose we have to consider that the family is part of the community.
Yes.
Right? And our families are like little building blocks where people learn a whole heap of skills and that. And, we used to live in much more extended families, but now there's so much emphasis put on this smaller family. But we have a healthy dynamic in that we need to, and I'm couching this saying too, it doesn't have to be a male or female, but there will always be what I call a physical leader of the family,
right,
and also a spiritual leader. Yeah. So one has, I suppose, substance, like is the obvious direct, and then there'll be an indirect.
Yes.
Now in a family which has two adult parents, that occurs.
Yes.
In single parent families, sometimes the child has to take that place, and that it can be healthy, but it can also disrupt the family dynamics.
As well as the child's development.
As well as the child's development, especially if it's younger. But sometimes a grandparent can step in and be that.
Yes, that second role.
Second role, and they don't even have to live there.
Yes.
So when I'm going to draw this up, the two people that set the dynamic of the family are two adults that have influence over the family.
Yes. And
so, but we need the two to balance.
Yes.
Remember, realm theory is also about the balance and harmony.
Yes. And very realm two.
Yeah, that's realm two, is about the balance and harmony between the family. And because, it starts with the individual, then the couple, and then the children. And so today I'm just going to show you the pattern of development of that.
Okay.
And then what happens if someone leaves. Right. So we start with two adults who are at the centre of their life. Mm-hmm. We've seen this before. If you've seen the other podcasts. Well, they didn't look very equal there. I have to do that again.
Yeah.
Because if we don't have people being equal, we violate the laws. And so then these two people decide to have a family.
Yeah. So they've got a relationship.
Now there's a couple relationship, and then there's a family relationship.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there will be that initial relationship between the two.
Which is another entity. Which we
talked about before.
Yeah, and this other family
then
entity
becomes a family entity.
Now, between these two people, when a baby comes along, right, the baby is born into here.
Right.
Right? You'll notice that it doesn't have that boundary around.
Yes.
But the baby, as the baby grows, by the age of 2, it becomes its own person.
Right, so now it's
out of there.
And now this baby becomes its own person.
Yeah.
Now we have even more relationships because we have this person and this person's relationship and this person and this one.
So that's going to start overlapping
Yes.
So I suppose if I could draw it. So if you can I take this off?
No, because they need to have their boundary.
Yeah, but then there's also, you draw it.
So that
Ah.
I've got a black here.
Yeah. For the purposes of differentiation.
Yeah. Oops, I cut the person's head off.
Yeah.
Right. So in here we've got the couple relation. We've got the individuals. So we've got 3 individual entities.
Yeah.
We've then got the couple entity. We've got the family as an entity.
This thing.
This thing, and then we've got this one and this one as an entity. This one as an entity.
Yeah.
And then when
Yep.
another child comes along,
That comes out of here.
Comes out here, and then we also develop the relationship. I'm running out of colours
Yes.
between these two as the children.
Yes.
And so, in answer to the question about what does a healthy family look like,
Right.
it looks like people who are whole with their own life, because
Yep.
once the child gets over 2, they develop a sense of self.
Yes.
So they will have their own inner world that the parents may not know.
Yes. And
Right.
things going on for them.
And things going on for them. Also, as they get older, right, and they go to school, they come out of the family, and then they're influenced by other relationships,
Yes.
right? But they're still part of this family.
Yes.
Similarly, the 2 parents are part of the family before,
Yes. Which are coming in.
which are coming in from either side, right? But then this family has to take precedence over the family before. In our Western way.
Yes.
So in some cultures, though,
Yeah.
the family
Holds everyone.
and will have the grandparents, both sides of the grandparents.
Yes. And so they're all part of this bigger
Right.
whole.
Yes, and this will be known as the family.
The family.
The family,
Yes.
right? And then for some others, all the cousins and all the children from both sides are part of the bigger family.
Part of the bigger family. Yeah.
And so as you can see,
It becomes a very complex web of
connections,
connections.
relationships, but it's really important that every person within here has their own unique energy pattern.
Yes, and that is respected
And that is
and
respected.
acknowledged.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we can have as many people. It's not limited to that, but it is limited. No, limited's the wrong word. It is that we have to allow people to grow and not just be part of the parents' life.
Not stay in there.
And remember, at the beginning of today, I said if we don't have 2 parents,
Yes.
for whatever reason, the parent that there is
Maybe
may need to, because it is too much for any single person
to play both roles.
to play both roles. And this isn't gender, it's just
This
and-
is an energetic.
yeah, there's a physical and a spiritual, I call it, or a
Yeah.
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 And that this person needs that other person's backup. And so if you know single parent families, they need a little bit of support here
Yes.
without taking over.
Exactly.
And it's that respecting of that individual energy pattern.
So what we're getting out of here is this understanding of individual energy patterns of the people the people, but then of the entities that are created in terms of a family that's then bigger than the previous relationship which birthed the child.
Yeah.
But then the relationships between the siblings and the parents and even bigger, they become entities in their own
Yes.
right as well.
Yeah. And the big thing from realm theory is that the entity, if this is the family,
Yeah.
will have so much more greater influence over what occurs in here than any individual.
Yes.
And so when we have a family that's very unhealthy,
Yes.
and we
At the
expect
big level.
at the big level, and we expect this child to behave at school or elsewhere, this will have much greater influence,
Yes. And
because that's the self-organisation of realm theory.
and that's probably a topic of conversation
Session
for another episode.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Super stuff. So, if you have any questions and you would like Ros to provide a realm theory perspective on it, then please, by all means, put them in the comments or send us a message.